My husband forced me to give birth at home when I was pregnant with our child, despite me begging him to take me to a hospital, and it completely ruined the experience for me, and now I don't want any more kids unless I'm properly taken care of, but he doesn't care and said I'm just not trying hard enough to be strong as a mother. Posted by you/former_monitor_4860. Hi everyone. Our daughter is now 8 weeks old, so obviously this whole argument has gone on a very, very long time. We both have been holding grudges, and neither of us think that we are wrong. My husband does not know I am posting this, so I am going to keep it as anonymous as possible. So when I got pregnant with my daughter, my husband started in immediately telling me that I should have a home birth. I really do not know why he was so adamant on it, but he was. At first, I brushed him off and told him I would think about it because I was only 6 weeks pregnant, and the birth seemed so far off. Of course, it came quickly, and my husband would literally speak over me at doctor's appointments when my doctor would ask if I had a birth plan. This caused a few arguments between us in those 39 weeks of pregnancy, but I never really changed my mind. Eventually, my husband's mother sat down and talked to me, and she told me all of the reasons why they did not want me to go to a hospital for the birth. I expressed my concerns about, safety of the baby and myself, but just like my husband, she brushed me off. I ended up telling my husband that I would take myself to the hospital when it was time, and that I did not want a home birth. He acted as if he didn't hear me. We met with a doula who was also very pushy. I felt overwhelmed and not supported at all. I was 36 weeks at that point. So, when I went into labor, I was 39 weeks, and I begged, absolutely begged, my husband to take me to the hospital where my doctor is. He wouldn't. He spoke to me condescendingly and called the doula instead. I was in labor for about 3 days, active labor for around the last 22 hours. I cried the whole time. I just felt something was wrong. I was scared, and oftentimes they left me alone. The doula told me that if active pushing and labor reached 24 hours, I had to go into the hospital. I remember thinking that I could not decide which was worse, staying in labor for another 2 hours or having my baby right there. When she was finally out, I don't even remember wanting to hold her. I just remember crying out of relief. Obviously, I am okay now, but I did not have a good experience. On my first appointment after birth with my doctor, she was very shocked I had the baby. She was concerned. I was so upset. I told my husband that he absolutely ruined it for me. I truly never want to go through that again. I hear mothers say that they forget all the pain the second they have the baby, but I didn't. I love my daughter so much, but it was horrible, and it was entirely his fault. So, I told him that, several times. He rolls his eyes every time and tells me how mothers are strong and how I am not trying to be strong. I told him that if we ever have another baby, which he wants, that I will never do a home birth ever again. His response is, "We'll see." I cannot possibly be the jerk here, can I? Everyone around me is acting like this is so normal, but it's not. Is it? /relevant comments. Commenter. What was the reason they wanted you to have a home birth? I mean, did they ever express a reason that might have made some sense? Ops response. They just kept saying that it was more natural and would be better for bonding. This kinda surprised me because it is not like we are like that day to day. My mother-in-law listed all these reasons why it would be safer to, as in, at the hospital, they force women to have C-sections and get epidurals. Commenter 2. Isn't a doula's purpose to advocate for the wishes of the mother? I'm suspicious that she was a doula at all. I suspect she is just someone the family knew would add more pressure on Op, only with the added bonus, for the family, of being presented as an authority when Op was in the most vulnerable time of her life. This post is so effing rage-inducing. They clearly don't care about Op's safety, nor the baby's. They bullied her and risked both their lives. They are continuing with their abusive behavior. Op needs to recognize she is in a dangerous environment. Like, life-threateningly dangerous. Even now. She needs to go back to her doctor alone. Op needs to let her doctor know everything and allow that doctor to signpost her to help, so that she and her baby can run. Op's response. To be quite honest, I did not and still do not really know the difference between a midwife and a doula, but on the quick Google search I did before meeting her, it said that some doulas can have, medical experience, so that is kinda what I assumed she was. I was trying not to listen to them speak, but I heard her say something about having been a nurse. I think she was telling my husband that she has seen the dramatics before, aka me, but I heard nurse nonetheless. Commenter 3. Someone commented above that this really sounds like a religious doula whose interest is doing what the mother-in-law and husband want. Op's response. Yeah, she barely listened to me. She was talking and talking about breathing and positioning, and the whole time I was just not okay. She kept trying to make me sit up a little, but I kept feeling like I could not push like that, like it was putting more pressure on my pelvis. She did not care and did not listen to me. She only stopped trying to get me up like that when my husband saw how distraught I was and told her to stop. Commenter 4. How the heck does this even happen? Why didn't you call your doctor or an ambulance when you were in labor for 3 damn days? Did they lock you in a room and steal your phone? Ops response. No, not that extreme. With the exception of the 22 hours of active labor, I know that they probably would have sent me home anyway. I did call my doctor right when it first started, and my husband was standing right there to snatch my phone away and say, "Told you," when she said to only come in when they were every 5 minutes. Those first 2 days were not so bad. It was the last 22 hours that were the worst. More in another comment. Yeah, she was surprised I had the baby because she said it might have been false labor when I called due to the symptoms I described. She suggested I walk around and see if the contractions go away. If they didn't, I could come in when they were 5 apart. Obviously, they did not go away, but they did not become 5 minutes apart until about 2 days later. And since I never called or went in, she assumed it was false labor. So it was surprising to see me with the baby. This is really real, and I am not stupid, like people are saying to me. I have explained why I did not call. I understand I should have. Commenter 5. Oh honey. First off, I believe you. You're not at all overreacting to what happened to you. Ignore everyone who doesn't think this is real. Every story has a million "this has to be fake" replies to it. Second, I know you have a lot of people telling you what to do now, and it's confusing and overwhelming, just like the day you gave birth. I don't think you're ready to leave your marriage, and that's okay. Remember, you have full control over what happens next. But I want you to pay attention to how you feel in your marriage. Ask yourself, are there other times that you have made a decision and your husband disagrees and won't hear you out? How much access do you have to your money? Do you know what is in your bank accounts? Do you have or want a job or education, but he thinks it's a bad idea? Does he have sex with you when you don't want to? All of these could be signs that you are not in a good marriage. Finally, please have a good plan in place for birth control. Talk to your doctor about methods that your husband can't alter. And know that some birth control methods stop working if you take certain antibiotics or eat grapefruit. You're in control here, no one else. Only you can decide if your marriage is healthy or unhealthy. And if you decide you need to leave, then ask for help, starting with your doctor. As hard as it may seem, there is a way out. Ops downvoted response. Thank you very much for this comment. I'm severely overwhelmed with a screeching baby, but I really do appreciate the kindness. My husband is not a horrible person. He is very far from perfect, but he is not horrible or evil. Even if he was, I cannot leave my marriage. I have said this in another comment, but I have absolutely nothing, and I can't give my daughter that and feel okay about it. I was in college before I got pregnant the first time, then he made me stop. I was so close to finishing. It was just an associate's, so he didn't even care, but no one in my family had gone to college before, so I was so proud of it. I tried to finish online recently, but he keeps dismissing it. My husband and his family own a type of commercial business that I know nothing about. I know nothing, and I have nothing, which he reminds me often. I posted this thinking maybe 10 people would see it and support me, but now I am just terrified. He has never been extremely physical with me, but I know that he could be, and he has shown that in lesser and different ways. I did not want to be pregnant. Either time. I've just been thinking him the best. I guess I still do, because I can't leave. I am literally useless in every way except being a mom, and I can't fail at that too. Commenter 6. I keep reading your responses, and I'm not really able to gauge where you're at. Like, is any of this registering? That he sees you, not as an actual person, but a possession? He could have killed you. You're a child. And his mother not only encouraged his BS, but joined in. You're young. Is this what you want for yourself and your child? Can you imagine the rest of your life being treated like this? And before you say that this is the only time this happened, I'm going to ask you to really reflect on that. Have your thoughts and opinions been disregarded in the past? No matter how small the issue? How many times have you been listened to? I mean, you literally couldn't decide how you wanted to push a being out of your privates. I have a hard time believing that he has never shown you any other problematic behaviors. I'm not judging you either. I promise. People like your husband are masterful manipulators. They are so good at it, it's terrifying. However, please look at this from the perspective of, if internet strangers by the hundreds/thousands are telling me that I'm in an abusive relationship, I should at least consider the possibility that I am. Ops response. I really hope that nobody we know IRL finds this, and I really want to cry typing this out, but yes, it is registering. It is. I just don't know what to do. I can't take her away from him, and I won't leave without her. I do not think it is that easy to just report to the police. What would I even report? My friend got blamed for an assault that was done to her. If I told my doctor, she would tell someone, who would tell the police, and then what? My husband will be pissed, and absolutely nothing good will happen. He will just get worse. And I really do hate him when he is worse. And if I leave, I have nothing. That's not even being self-pitying, it is just true. And that is my fault, but it's the facts. I have nothing, then my baby has nothing, and then we are right back to where I started, and I wanted so much more for her. What do I do with that? I did not interpret your comment as judgmental. A lot of them here are, but not yours. But I just hope you understand, I have no choice. Update 1 day later. I was trying to decide whether or not I should update about this situation, but I am really moved by the amount of support that I got from you all. This is mostly just to say thank you. Yesterday I posted this, thinking maybe about 10 people would see it, comfort me, and that I would feel better. Obviously, quite a bit more have seen this and said a lot more than just comfort. Thank you all so much for the kind words, and I even want to say thank you to the ones who were not so kind because you still thought about a stranger enough to type words out to me, and that is very moving to me. So thank you. Also, this is 100% real, although I wish it weren't. I answered a lot of, understandable, questions people had about this. I know that people think I am in a cult or something, and while that is certainly not true, religion does play a big role in all of this. People kept asking our ages, and I did say in the comments, but I am 21 and my husband is 30. We have been married for 3 years. Anyway, all of this is to say that I really am okay, and I am going to be okay. Also, I do not have a fear of my husband finding this post because I do not even think he knows what Reddit is. Yesterday, I was planning on leaving. I truly had no idea what to do or how to do it, but I did want to leave. I still do. I know that means my life will be hard, but I truly wanted the best for my daughter, and I still do. This afternoon, however, I found out I am pregnant again. I am not sure what I am going to do now. I don't know how I was supposed to take care of one baby financially. I can't take care of two. So once again, I am stuck. I don't know what will happen or what I will do or what my husband will do, but either way, I am so thankful for the people under my original post. Please do not worry too much about me. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Seek a women's shelter near you, take your child, and get a divorce lawyer. That's your best bet. Do not stay with someone who tries to hold that much power over you and has shown they will use it against you. You are not safe in your current situation. If you divorce, and you can prove what happened in your last post, you should be able to get child support from him. Do not feel that because you have another child on the way, and one currently, that you are stuck. This is a common tactic to get women feeling that they are trapped in abusive marriages or relationships. The age, plus power disparity in your relationship, is not normal at all. Commenter 2. Your daughter is 8 weeks old. If you're already testing positive, your husband absolutely did not wait for you to be cleared for sex, and yes, I'm pinning this on him. There are so many mental and physical issues with your relationship that I fear for you and your daughter. Please find someone safe to talk to, not your mother-in-law clearly, so you can make the best decision for you and your child/children. Edit to add because a million people are now claiming the post is fake, either because of the second pregnancy timing or the deleted comment from an alt account. It is absolutely possible to be pregnant again less than 2 months after giving birth. It's relatively rare because most women will not start to ovulate again that quickly, but absolutely not unheard of. It's also unhealthy and often very dangerous, which is why OBs don't recommend sex before this time. The uterus literally has a gaping, open wound from the placenta detaching that leaves the childbearer susceptible to infection, pain, and increased likelihood of miscarriage. And many just aren't mentally ready either. Giving birth, even in a supported, healthy environment, and raising a newborn is incredibly stressful. I saw the comment before being deleted. It wasn't from an alt, it was some weirdo looking for attention and updates by commenting BS. The profile was some dork living in his mom's basement. Prove the two profiles are actually linked and I'll retract this. Otherwise, it's just typical Reddit. And even if this is all fake, this situation still happens routinely around the world. It's unacceptable, and to just brush it under the rug as a fake post does a disservice to anyone else in the same situation who may read this looking for indirect support. Second update 1 year 1 month later. Hello, I'm not sure if anyone remembers me or my post from about a year ago. I logged off there at the end because people were accusing me of making it up or being a fake account, because someone commented something on the post. I can promise you it was never fake. I'm still here a year later. I really honestly just remembered this account, and I remember so many of the kind messages I got both on the post and in chats. I just wanted to say thank you. I'm away from my ex-husband. You guys helped me open my eyes to so many worse things he was doing than what I posted about. I have 2 daughters now, and I just can't imagine raising either of them with a man like him. And without you guys or the post, I would have done it. So thank you. I am now 22 years old, and I shiver to think about the fact that I probably would have spent the rest of my life with him. If you're a young mom like me, please trust me that you can do it. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. This is a silly website, and it was a moment of desperation for me, but it changed my life. And if you're a woman sitting here reading this thinking there's no way you'll ever get away from your person, just remember that 1 year can change your life. Just read my posts from a year ago, and choose a better life for yourself and for your babies. They deserve it, and you deserve peace and happiness. Thank you again. /relevant comments. Commenter. There are a lot of silly posts on here, but sometimes the Reddit universe really does reach out and help someone to have a better, safer, happier life. Thank you for the update. Ops response. Better, safer, and happier is all I wanted for my girls. It's possible. Commenter 2. Please tell us, did you end up reporting him for deprivation of liberty and the doula for unsafe practices? Ops response. Yes. Commenter 3. I remember your post and you saying if you ever had another child, you wouldn't do a home birth again. It sounds like you had another daughter. Were you able to get away from that monster in time to have a better birthing experience this time around? Ops response. Yes. I was pregnant when I left, but I had my second daughter at a women's hospital. It was an amazing experience. I don't want anyone to be scared because of my story. Babies are wonderful.